imagine, like Adam was he was like, bro, I don't want to do no wrong, because he was so close to the garden that he remembered the garden. So he didn't even want to walk right or walk left with sinning. He was like, nah, bro, I can't. I don't even want to do that. He was asking, Lord, I don't even want to drink Eve, don't drink that water, bro. Don't drink the water. Nah, I don't drink the water. But he didn't know what dying of thirst is. So he was like, don't drink the water because I don't want to die. Because, you know what I mean? Like, we don't even like, so he dealing with, in this garden, in this place he's in, he's dealing with all these Satan apparitions coming up in him that can actually touch him, have sex with him, harm him and everything, right? And so now when you had the children of Seth, you had the line of Cain, called a jinn, mixed with them, called a jinn. And this jinn was mixed with a cider. Jinnin, that's what his name. And so he kept coming to the edge of the mountain, and he kept playing music. And the children themselves, remember, they ain't been through none of this now. They've been through that, they know it, but they ain't been through what, like tempting like them, because they got their fathers over them to tell them what not to do. And the father kept telling them, don't go down there. Even Adam told Cain and Abel, so Seth told his children, don't mate with them, don't go down there. You don't go down there, right? So they kept hearing this music, they kept running to the edge of the mountain, and they kept peeking over the mountain. And the jinn, he was like, come down. No. Get from the mountain, come back. Ran back down. He kept hearing the music again, ran back down, look over the mountain. He's like, come down. So we don't know how. So remember I told you earlier, God told Adam to never go to the west. Don't go over there to the west, past the western border. Don't go over there. Something bad gonna happen over there. I'm gonna bring a flood on them later. The mountain is north, right? So we're looking at when we look at the map, how do we look at it? From the south. We look up, we're looking up, right? But we coming from the mountain, coming down off the mountain, we looking from the mountain south. So our west and east is reversed. Okay. Because from north, if the mountain was right here and we coming from the mountain, west would be right here, east would be right here. You see what I'm saying? But when we look at the mountain, we're looking at it from down here, like civilization came from Antarctica. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so this south, this north, this west, and this east. Okay. But if we coming from the mountain, which is where we came from, then west and east would be reversed. Okay. South would still be south, but west and east would be reversed. Right? Yeah. Exactly. So when I'm saying west and eastern borders, remember that. So remember that the western border is the border of Libya, the river of Egypt, Libya, right? And that eastern border is the Great Lakes around Detroit. That is the two borders of the garden, right? And then you have true west and true east. He kept coming back to me. He came back to me one last time, and the children heard the music, and they saw horse races. They saw all kind of fly stuff going on down there. Like, hey, it's time to go party, right? So when they go down there to party, well, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. So he comes back again, and they say, we don't know how to get down there. And he finally say, hey man, you got to come down this west side right here. You got to come down the west side right here. So they go down one by one. While you still have Seth on the mountain, you got Noah on the mountain, you got Enoch on the mountain. I don't know. I think Adam has already died. Yeah, Adam has already died. You got one more mountain. Is it Methuselah? I mean, it's one more. I think it's Methuselah. One more. You got one more. You got another one on the mountain. One or two more on the mountain. Just a few more on the mountain. Like the OGs, like this is the children of Seth we're talking about. So Seth and a couple of his forefathers were still there on the mountain. So they're going down the mountain, and they, by the time they look up and turn around, the children is going down the mountain one by one, bro. It's such a sad story, bro, because they're going down one by one with a smile on their face. They hear the music, they probably smell barbecue, all kinds of stuff going on, man. They see horse race, they see all kinds of stuff going on, right? They're going down one by one, bro, just with a smile on their face. You know, that was called angels because God communed with them. And they were still in the holy place. They wasn't in heaven no more. They was still down, but they wasn't where they was going. You see what I'm saying? They're still on the mountain. And they're going down the mountain one by one by one by one. And just imagine, man, you in there working on your stuff, and you look up, and you look out the window, and you just see all your children going down the mountain. But you know they can't come back up, ever. And they doomed to hell. Like, this is over with. You see what I'm saying? And they going down the mountain with a smile on their face. They don't even know. And then this is where you get the Nephilim. This is the time when the ones who decided to go to mate with them, to have sex with them, to mate with them and take them, was the Gregory, which you'll find in the book of Enoch on the fifth heaven. And Enoch tells you that, which Enoch 2 was on the mountain, he tells you that this is the Gregory, the ones who are punished for the ones who went into man, right? The first ones. And guess how they look? Now to the children, remember to Adam, they look like beautiful, to the children like people, right? It's just like people. But really how they look was giant, basically apes with human faces. Basically giant apes with human faces. They're the first ones who went into man. Then you had all the other ones who mixed with all these other things that go into man, right? Okay, after they first ones who did. And they got a special place for them in heaven. I mean, in hell, well, hell. I go back to Enoch, I can't remember, because I know they're singing, and all they can do is sing. But he said this is their punishment as well. They're holding up something. But okay, and so now who would be their mother? Because who's the mother of all these chaotic spirits?
I don't know.
The Leviathan, the devil. This is all the serpent seed.
Okay.
Right? You know what I'm saying? It's all the serpent seed. It's all those who was down there trying to lure the kids up the mountain. The one who finally lured the kids up the mountain, like I said, is Jenny, right? And to them, he appeared as beautiful, as a, right angel, right? And he played the flute, right? Yeah. He played the flute. And sang and danced around and played the flute. And that's how they got down. It was lured down by the gin and played the flute. But how he really looked though? Like the goat, the one they worship. The man with the horn head, arms, and the goat in the Satan. He's a Satan. That's where you get the goat from.
Yeah.
That's who led the children off the mountain. That's why rappers perform on the platform. And they looking down, and you raise your hand to them. They're switching the place of the mountain, the plateau that the children was on that they went down. The one reason why Drake in that video when the people turn to dogs, now it's like right, and they just say, "Oh, your dogs get buried." Can't you respond to them? And shit go deeper than what people think it is, right? Like there's a spiritual war here. So now, remember the first three that went into man was the giant apes with human faces, right? Now, I told you that mother would be the Leviathan, the mother would be the Leviathan, the serpent, right? Of the waters. Leviathan is the ones that go back to the chaotic waters. These are children, right? Tiamat became queen of them, which is another form of Leviathan, right? So what I'm trying to say is, so now you see these movies that focuses on Godzilla versus King Kong. Who did King Kong get? Who he's always trying to go and get? What did he want?
From Godzilla.
King Kong. What did he want? Not from Godzilla. What did he want in his movies?
A girl.
The white little girl. Remember I said who they was mating with? The Petra and the city and the children of Edom, Attack on Titans.
Yeah.
The anime, you ever seen that before?
Yeah.
That was mating with all that shit. So the giants look like what? Big giants with they was like had human faces with all hair, some of them, right? Then you had some of them that was look like just regular people. That regular giant. Then you had some of them that was actually all ape, right? Like these were the Gregory. went to man, right? So now you have, so that represents King Kong. That's why he want the woman. Homeboy right there, so he was wanted to win the woman. Planet of the Apes. What the Planet of the Apes is on the new cover is the little monkey with a white girl. Right? And so now you have the other movie is Godzilla versus King Kong. So we know who the Gregory is. We talk about who these big apes things supposed to be, right? These giant apes supposed to be, right? Now, so who is Godzilla then? From the water. The serpent
Oh, the
from the waters. Godzilla is Leviathan. And in Sumerian text, who fought? It was they many times, even beyond the Sumerian text, they had many wars between his own kingdom. Because remember the Grigori, or those giant monkeys with human faces, they rebelled. You know what I mean? They didn't want to work no more, so-called. That's what they say in the Sumerian. They didn't want to work no more, and they rebelled. Right? Then they had a big war. So that's why you see Godzilla versus King Kong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? And then because her line was more of the reptilian line, and the other line, the so-called, what they called it, Sumerian text, was, or both of them together, was more of the animals mixed in with it, and I guess they pay attention to one more than the other, put it like that, and then they rebel because they want to work no more. Yeah. So that's what you see Godzilla versus King Kong. But then when you see Godzilla and King Kong working together, that's more towards the end times, where the mother and the son, they all the beast and the false prophet and the actual devil, would be those would be the elemental, the chaotic animal representations of the family line, right? Then you got the ones we're gonna see with man and the false prophet, which will be somebody false preacher or whatever, and the false. Then you're gonna come back to false lord from the sky,